What if I told you the world's tallest mountain is hiding a secret it has refused to give up for more than 100 years? A secret that could rewrite the history of exploration itself. Imagine climbing to nearly 9,000 meters, with nothing but primitive gear, wool coats, and fragile oxygen bottles and vanishing into the clouds, never to return. This is the legend of George Mallory and Andrew Irvine. Did they reach the top of Mount Everest in 1924? Almost 3 decades before Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay? Or did the mountain claim them just short of immortality? Tonight, we are going to dive deep into the mystery, map every clue, and expose the strange twists. Stick around, you don't want to miss this. On June 8, 1924, Mallory and Irvine left Camp 6, perched on the northeast ridge. Their target was clear, the summit. Their plan, however, has been debated endlessly. Some believe they intended to climb directly along the ridge, facing the infamous first, second, and third steps. Others suggest they aimed for the Great Couloir, a huge gash in the face that cuts across the mountain, leading more directly to the summit pyramid. The problem is, we don't know which path they chose. No diary, no radio call, no summit flag was ever found. The last confirmed sighting came from geologist Noel Odell, stationed lower on the mountain. At around 12:50 p.m., through thinning clouds, Odell spotted 2 small figures climbing with considerable alacrity. Were they just below the second step, the third step, or higher still, within reach of the summit? Odell's description, compressed by distance and altitude, left generations of historians arguing about what he actually saw. Some even claim Odell exaggerated, that his sighting was impossible at that distance. Others say his words were edited in reports to fit a preferred narrative. Truth or cover-up? We may never know. In 1933, Percy Wynne Harris, another climber, stumbled across a rusted ice axe lodged in snow and ice below the ridge. Many believe it belonged to Irvine. Why? Because Mallory would have carried a more modern tool, while Irvine's axe matched the design found. To lose it, there suggests a fall, or perhaps a desperate slip during descent. Already, the story was taking shape. They may have made a push high up, but disaster struck on the way down. The world largely accepted that Hillary and Tenzing were the first, in 1953. But in 1999, everything changed. A joint BBC and PBS team, searching the North Face, stumbled upon the body of George Mallory. Perfectly preserved in the freezing air, his remains stunned the world. It was front-page news from London to New York. Mallory had injuries suggesting a fall, rope marks on his torso, and broken bones that told of a violent descent. But what shocked researchers most was what wasn't found: no camera. If he carried one, and if that film survived, it could reveal the summit once and for all. Rumors swirled that the camera had been found but kept hidden, locked away by organizations unwilling to rewrite the history books. Conspiracy or fact? That's the fuel of mystery. In the years that followed, further expeditions scoured the slopes. In 2001, a lone glove was found at high altitude. Textile experts suggested it matched clothing used before 1960, perhaps Mallory's or Irvine's. Later, oxygen bottles traced to early expeditions surfaced. Each clue was small but tantalizing, like breadcrumbs left by history. Then, almost a century after the disappearance, another shocking discovery emerged. In October 2024, searchers uncovered a boot, and inside it, human remains afoot, believed to belong to Sandy Irvine. Found on the Rongbuk side of Everest, far below the ridge, the location raises new questions. Was his body carried there by glacier flow? Did he fall higher and slide down over decades? This single boot could be the key to unlocking DNA evidence, perhaps tying it to earlier artifacts like the glove. Science is now catching up to mystery. Over the years, whispers of discoveries circulated. Chinese climbers in the 1960s and 70s reportedly came across bodies at high altitude. Sherpa accounts in the 1990s told of skeletal remains near the ridge. Were these Mallory or Irvine? Or mistaken sightings? Every new report adds another layer of uncertainty. Some claim the Chinese hid evidence to protect their own 1960 first summit claim. Others argue it was simply lost in translation. At one point, a fake photo circulated online, supposedly showing Irvine's body intact. It spread like wildfire before experts confirmed it was a manipulated image. Proof of how hungry the world is for closure. Here's the ultimate question. Did Mallory and Irvine stand on the top of the world in 1924? Supporters point to Mallory's unmatched determination, his use of oxygen, and Odell's sighting. Critics argue the second step, a sheer rock wall, was too difficult with 1920s equipment. But others counter. Chinese climber Chu Yinhua scaled it in 1960 with similar gear. So, was it impossible? Or simply improbable? Imagine the alternate history. If Mallory and Irvine had summited, the credit for first to Everest would shift by nearly 30 years. That's why the mystery matters, not just for adventure, but for rewriting human achievement. Today, technology may finally close the case. DNA testing of Irvine's remains, if officially confirmed, could link him to the glove or other items. Ground-penetrating radar and AI analysis of satellite images are being used to predict where Irvine's body might be. Organizations like National Geographic are quietly funding new expeditions. But will they share everything they find? Or will new discoveries vanish into locked archives? That's where the mystery deepens. Almost a century after that fateful climb, Everest still guards its secret. Somewhere beneath the snow lies the truth, whether Mallory and Irvine reached the summit, or whether they fell just short. Until the mountain decides to give up that secret, the legend remains alive. Mallory once said, when asked why climb Everest, because it is there. But maybe, just maybe, the mountain itself has the last word. Don't click away, share what you believe. Did Mallory and Irvine conquer the world's highest peak? Or is it just another myth wrapped in snow and rumor? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want the next deep dive into this mystery, subscribe. Because this is only the beginning.